Hello. If you are hearing this message, it is because we failed to keep things to a reasonable length of time. We already had a second recording session because our recording session for part 1 of our Sly 2 revisit went a bit long. And if you're hearing this, the second recording session also went a bit long, and we've made 2 episodes out of it yet again. Making a duology of episodes about the same video game twice, it's a compliment, right? Aris is nodding.
So you're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
You're telling me a gingerbread this man?
And welcome back to Safehouse Chats.
And welcome back to Safehouse Chats.
As my co-host has very eloquently said...
Yes, as always.
Yes, you're very well spoken.
Thank you.
We return to the scene of the crime twice.
The way Carmelita says that criminals do.
Yes. Well, not really. The method of entry seems to suggest otherwise.
Oh, is it a claw gang job?
No, I was talking about...
Claw gang?
I was talking about anal.
Oh.
So we are back talking about Sly 2. Last time we did... We did in a not very chronological order.
We tried. We didn't succeed at all, but we tried to stick to the first 3 levels.
Yeah. Well, there was a bit of this and a bit of that. A bit of babbling.
Yeah.
But we spiritually reached the end of Rajan's jungle. And if you're just tuning in now, welcome.
Yeah, hi. What did you bring? Did you bring anything? Did you bring any baked goods, listener?
Please give them your address so they can send them.
Okay, I'm going to end this bit immediately.
Do we have anything to say for housekeeping before we get started?
Honestly, no. We covered it fairly well at the start of the last recording session. I don't think I've had any major revelations in the short time since. I've continued to not play Sly 2, and I once again have no notes in front of me at all.
Mm-hmm. I do have some housekeeping items to address.
Okay.
2 episodes ago, our Tumblr friend and mutual Kit let us know that they got hacked by Mr. Beast.
Yeah, it was Mr. Beast.
On Discord.
Personally.
And last episode... Snap suffered the same fate.
Okay.
Well, they say lightning strikes 3 times.
Oh my god, are you kidding?
Because Mr. Beast also hacked my Discord.
No.
I'm just kidding. I don't use that shit.
Okay. You had me for a second. Because Kit mentioned it was their Discord and 2 other platforms. And I was pretty sure you didn't have Discord, but I was like, oh no, Aris's Twitter or Instagram or whatever the fuck the kids use.
Do I look like I use Discord?
No. You look like you go outside on a Friday night. Timed that with a big sip of Aris's drink.
But the actual housekeeping items I would like to address is that while kind of a beautiful synergy happening, before we recorded last episode, I played up until Rajan's Jungle. I replayed the game, Sly 2. And within the last week since we last recorded, I played Prague and Canada, and today finished the game, actually.
Very nice.
And I know my idea initially, the way I pitched it to Snap, Redux, now renamed Cute Little Chat, was to have no notes. I don't have notes per se, but I did point out last time that this playthrough was less on autopilot and more a bit observing task. I did notice some things that I hadn't before.
Okay.
So I do have some stuff written, but it's not extensive notes. It's just stuff I would like to bring up and ask Snap's opinion on.
By all means.
So, Prague.
Also,
I have to apologize. Last time I kept saying Czechoslovakia.
You did. I think I tried to correct you.
Yeah. I was very tired. It was very hot in my room. I don't really have an excuse because technically I am residing within Europe.
Yeah.
And I have been to the Czech Republic before. Actually, I have been to Prague.
Yeah.
So it's not like I have an excuse. I actually pride myself on my geography knowledge.
Interesting.
I do. Listen, during COVID, I learned by memory 196 countries and their flags.
Wow, cool.
Like, hit me. But for some reason, last time it was Czechoslovakia and nothing but.
Yeah. Interesting, because I do definitely have a memory of you implying that I lived in the United Kingdom, and I said I live in the Republic of Ireland, and you were like, whatever, it's all the same to me. Which I wouldn't put you on blast about so much, except that you are also from an island, an European island that is next to a historical empire. And the empire was like, oh, well, the island is ours. And the island's like, no, I don't think that's true. And the empire's like, well, we'll just take the north bit off you there. So, like, I mean...
I will allow you to get your lick back in such a crass way just because I know, and I was just doing it I was trying to get under your skin, knowing fully well that the way to do that would have to involve England, the UK. So that was like a bit of a low blow.
Yeah, it's a cheat code for sure. For obvious reasons, it's a sore spot.
Okay. Well,
we didn't get very far into talking about Prague, did we?
No. Let's enter the ookie spooky cobwebs up my pussy.
That's
Prague.
Sounds unsanitary.
It probably is.
Okay. Thanks. Really insightful commentary so far.
We enter Prague, which...
There's a witch?
Gruntilda.
Oh.
We kind of discussed last time how this might not actually be a hyperbole of how the Americans at Sucker Punch view Prague.
Yeah, it's it's a little off base one way or the other.
I'll start by saying that, like, as a hub, the main complaint I had as a child playing Sly 2 before I had fully gotten into it on my own, it was just as I was playing it without my dad, but just roaming around the hubs. My main complaint was how the prison is kind of like impenetrable.
Imagine that.
Fork found in kitchen.
Yeah.
Kudos, Contessa. You're doing great, honey.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Do you still find that? Because I would say there's actually quite a reasonable number of entry points.
There is, but I kind of like hate that deliberate design choice. It kind of feels like inside outside, which is kind of like a consistent theme or motif with the Contessa hubs. If we consider Prague 2 has a Nila turf and a Contessa turf.
Yes.
Personally, it's not that I have difficulty going in anymore, but at the same time, I don't have any reason to. The inside feels a bit bland.
Right.
Like, it just feels like a little village area, which for me is like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know? It lacks the charm of the outside.
Yeah. I've never thought about this. Is there a way to get Bentley in there? Or are all of those entry points I mentioned just accessible to Sly? I think they might be.
Well, I have been tinkering around with Bentley's, like, little hover feature, the gadget you can buy.
I think that is possibly my favorite gadget you can get for him. There's something satisfying about it.
Yeah, listen, I've gotten a lot of mileage out of that in this playthrough, in this most recent playthrough. I feel like you could potentially get him in there if you enter through where the train smashes the wall.
Right, yeah.
Does the front gate remain closed even after the operation?
I assume so. General confession, I don't tend to wander around in a hub after beating a level. That is a good way to just kind of vibe with a game, but I don't really play games like that anymore. If I'm playing a game, I'm playing it kind of actively.
Well, yeah, I get that.
So I think I definitely did as a kid, just like stick on Sly 2 and wander around. But I have not done that in years.
I was actually thinking about this while I was playing the game this time because, as I mentioned last time, I do the bottles first. I do the clue bottles before anything else.
That's right.
And this playthrough, I also did the treasures before anything else.
Cool.
And not that they had to, but like after you get done with the missions, there's nothing left to do. It kind of feels desolate, so there's no point.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you leave the bottles for after, or the treasures, which there's no even point of collecting if you don't need the money at the end of the game.
No.
But I haven't done that in a long time as well. I'm not sure if you can get Bentley inside.
Okay.
But my other thing with this hub, I know we have a locations episode brewing.
Indeed.
In the cooker, in the pressure cooker.
That's been one of our like on and off concepts.
Yes. And I do want us to talk about how Sly 2 kind of like perfects the interior in the series, especially in Prague, the variety of like crypts and just how they use the props and the mise en scène to like convey the themes.
Sure.
Is impressive. But that being said, as much as I love the interiors, and this is also skipping a bit ahead, why would you make such a big deal out of having the Contessa's and John Bisson's houses around if you're not going to utilize them?
Yeah, we don't actually see what you would call a living space, do we?
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because I would be interested to see what the hell the Contessa's house looks like.
Is her kitchen as spooky as the rest of the level? Absolutely.
It would have to be.
I want a Vogue 30 questions video in the Contessa's house.
Welcome to Cribs.
Architectural Digest.
Yeah.
The Contessa's house.
Anything. She would fit in all of them.
The closest we get is the vault in her basement.
That's right. And all that really tells us is that she put something in her basement and then had a horrific structural collapse that she hasn't gotten around to yet. Because you can't get to the rest of the house because there's rubble blocking the staircase.
Yeah. Which, you know what? Maybe the ooky, spooky webs up my pussy are truly not hygienic. Because why would you leave that mess in your house if that happened?
Yeah, and you can't just say, oh, well, she never uses the basement, because she put something in there.
Something valuable. Well, not actually, because the price sucks, but...
It's maybe the worst gadget. Maybe she put that there in, like, 1987, and she hasn't thought about it since.
I think you're giving her too much credit. On that note, before we move on with the houses, not to digress too much or too far away, but can I just say the vault prices suck?
There are two that are good, and I think they're both Rajans.
There are three that are good.
I like the first one, too. The knockout dive is fun.
Knockout dive, I've gotten the most use out of this playthrough. I was knocking them out.
Very solid move.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love the little spin to it.
Yes. The electrical engineering cane.
Massively useful.
Love her.
Massively useful.
Yes.
Like, I think that might be the most powerful combat item in the game, for Sly at least.
Well, I was just about to say, for me, evolves into the spin KO.
Yeah, that's true too.
After you unlock that in Canada too, I don't see any use for the other one.
Okay.
Like, I just go around, like, spinning and killing people. Guards.
I'm gonna just clip that and play it and send it to various government agencies.
Yes. Well, after everything else we said, I don't think you...
Yeah, that's fair, actually.
After everything else I say on this...
Right?
I think that's gonna be the least of their concerns. On our Sly 1 Redux, because I was listening to it today, I was like criticizing Clockwork about like, you wanted to be the better thief when you could have been easily the better murderer. I don't even think that's the case.
No?
Well, if we tally up how many guards we kill as Sly...
Oh, that's true. That is true.
It's 2 for 2, baby.
There is...
Invisibility is also okay, let's be real.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. the rest suck.
Yeah. It's kind of more the satisfaction of getting them rather than actually the prize itself.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like bothered, like actually bothered by the fact that like there's the confusion cane and confusion bombs. Like, could you not think of anything else?
Oh, yeah.
And the long throw?
Yeah. I've tried to use the confusion items and they're not super good.
Absolutely not. They only work when you're in an enclosed space. I really go to town with those on the train missions.
Yes. And it's something that they've improved on because there is a similar thing in Ghost of Tsushima, which I gave some Mongol warriors a full horror movie experience. There were 4 of them just hanging out around the campfire, and then one of them started screaming and killing the other 3, and he killed 2 of them before he was finally put down himself. The final remaining guy like ran to go get help, but everyone else in the camp was already lying face down in their own blood. And just as he realized this, a katana exploded through him from behind because I was behind him. And I just had a moment of like, this is a slasher movie. Like, this is a full-on slasher movie now. Ideas for Sly 5.
Yeah. You know, old habits die hard with Sucker Punch, as we've established.
I was about to say I don't think they had make enemies fight each other in Infamous, but I think you did get, like, in Infamous 2... Sometimes you had little monster guys on your side.
Yes.
If you were playing the evil
route.
You
did. And in Second Son.
Oh, sure. I only played Second Son once. I don't remember it as well.
Yes. You had this, like, video power.
Oh, sure. That's right.
Oh my god. The powers they went with are kind of, like, bizarre choices. They went with video.
Smoke, neon, video, and concrete. The 4 elements from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
So obsessed with the variety.
Everything changed when the Smoke Nation attacked.
Okay, to be fair, the concept, or at least how I received it, was like when powers were still like a new thing, we've done the basics. Now they've been around for so long that there's one for everything, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, video, you could summon like angels.
Right, yeah.
And pit them against the guards, which was cool. So, Sucker Punch, maybe get some new material?
I think it's just a consequence of like, well, we modeled these guys anyway, and we gave them attack patterns already. We could just easily program them to hit each other sometimes instead of just the protagonist.
Okay, now excuse their affinity towards Tarot.
No.
Okay. And rightfully so. But yeah, to just finish what we were saying initially with Bison's house.
Yes.
When Bentley wants a recon photo specifically of that house.
That's right. It draws your attention to it.
And he goes on about how like, oh my god, it's like the lair of evil and like that's where Satan resides. Like John Bison is in there like murdering
children.
Young children and young guards. Like, oh my god, like. And then we never even enter or have anything to do with that house.
No. Do you think they maybe designed him a house? It's a completely normal thing to take a Sly Cooper character and design for him a house that looks like his own head.
Yeah.
We've all done that.
Yes. That's very Sly 1.
That's a normal thing to do.
Yeah.
They did it in Sly 1, they did it here in Sly 2, and I did it for Jim McSweeney. So, do you think an artist on the Sucker Punch payroll was like, and here, look, I made John Bisson's house, and they were like, great, I don't think we have a mission for that, but sure, we'll put that in there.
You just reminded me of, girl, let me go take a fat shit in the broken task toilet.
And my voice naturally went into my Ralsei voice out of concern.
Patricia Rowland saying, it has a bit of curve to it.
Yeah, that also happened.
It absolutely happened.
You're correct. That also happened.
It absolutely happened. Do you think Patricia Rowland and McSweeney go on double dates with Blackspot Pete and the humble water bug of India?
No, because Blackspot Pete has never crossed paths with the humble Indian water bug. That's not a thing that happened. I'm vetoing that. That's not real.
I beg to differ.
Black Spot Pete died alone.
You're so lucky I don't have my press-ons on right now. Because I would have put you in your place.
Christ.
What else do you have to say about Prague 1?
I like the color scheme. I like that it's red and scary. Because it's like mostly blue, mostly kind of orange and purple, mostly dark green, and then suddenly this aggressive red and dark gray atmosphere. Even the lightning is red. I don't like that specific mission very much, but nonetheless.
The thing here is I get that like it has to accommodate the narrative and the story beats. Like we get 2 Bentley missions and then you get a shitload of Sly missions, and they somehow incorporated Mari into there.
They sure did.
The missions here kind of suck.
Yeah, I think there are more misses than hits.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because overall it's very solid. It's a very solid concept. But yeah, it's a little hard to get super enthused about the individual missions.
There could have been better missions for sure. The 2 absolute blood flop bays are Code Capture and Lightning Action. Those both suck.
Yeah.
And
Agree on both counts.
I know you like Disguise the Bridge. I'm not a fan of that. And I know that you're also not a fan of the Mari Bid'em-up mission.
I'm a reasonable fan. I don't think it's super deep, but I'm glad that it's there. I'm glad that they included him.
Here's the other note I kind of had, which has to do with this. Mari isn't given a lot to do in this game.
Overall. I see what you mean.
Yeah. In the jungle, he doesn't have, like, any missions.
He has the ruby.
But that's a Sly mission.
Sly starts it.
And he gets the boss fight. Yeah, Sly starts it, he gets the boss fight.
Right.
But, like, still, like, a Mari mission is nowhere to be seen.
You inevitably end up with one of them being less in focus than the other 2. It's very hard to, like, perfectly arrange it.
I feel like it was very much like, let's give Mari the leftovers. Like, Tank.
Oh, God. My poor boy.
Yeah.
They made him
kidnap the general.
As I believe we discussed last time, Kidnap the General is a surprisingly short mission if you have gotten the very basic upgrade. You just run.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Run to the safe house. That's the mission.
Yeah.
Tank is better left forgotten. Prague 1, absolutely nothing. Canada 1, also, if you have the upgrade, take the bear cubs to the city area.
Animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty, but I did love this playthrough, just hurling one onto Carmelita.
Oh, God. Hurting an animal with another animal.
I purchased the upgrade that, like, when you throw something, it, like...
It explodes.
Has impact. And I threw it at her.
Oh my God.
And I kept throwing the bear traps at her as well. It is animal cruelty.
Yeah, to foxes.
Wow. Old Grizzleface hater.
I am ambivalent about old Grizzleface.
Listen, he's blind, so that's ableist.
Okay. It's also ageist because he is old.
Yes, we'll get to her later. So kind of keep some semblance of chronological order in check.
Some semblance. Are we still on Prague 1?
We are in Prague, let's say, maybe not 1.
Okay.
What I did have to say also here is that by this point, it becomes clear. I'm not gonna say it's disappointing, but like some of the main plot points are not shown.
Okay.
Or like are very much like show don't tell. For example, the Contessa exposed. We only find that she is a secret Claw Gang member on the first mission. And then by Prague 2, she's cornered.
True.
Where the hell was that story development playing out? We're only told. Carmelita escaping with the gang twice. What did those discussions look like? Did Carmelita have to set her ego aside to escape with the gang at the end of both Prague and Canada?
Would have been wonderful to see that play out in more detail. Absolutely.
Yes. Like, I wanted to see these moments, if not during the game, at least like during the cutscene, like some story frame or something, like not just drip feed this information verbally, and that's it. And Neela constantly getting promoted. Obsessed.
Don't you mean captain? I heard she got promoted.
Okay, jumping slightly ahead, I think that might be the funniest part of like the entire game, like Mari clocking the shit out of Carmelita's bullshit and delusions.
He doesn't even sound like he's doing it on purpose. He's just thinking out loud.
No, it's not malicious. It's not. But like, he is giving her a harsh reality check.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna catch you and clear my name. And he's like, no.
I don't think you are.
No, you're not going anywhere.
God bless her. She really is trying to escape uphill with that one.
That moment being reserved for like in between when she used the Cooper gang to escape Prague and Canada. Like, she used them to escape, then got back on the offensive, and then was like, actually, you know what? Let's play it cool and let's escape again.
Yeah. That mission is also where Murray delivers the all-timer line where Sly says something about how much he loves chasing Carmelita, and Murray's like, yeah, that's weird. I'll see you back at the safe house. It really is a beautiful life. It all comes down to the characters.
Underutilized. Murray kind of has like the best lines in the game. I'm not even gonna like struggle to think if that's true. Like, it absolutely is. Like, at the beginning of like the bear mission, when Bentley is like, the love of a mother for her child, and he's like, you've got something to tell me. Cut to Murray Bentley.
No. The dynamic between Sly and Bentley is kind of lower key. Like, just to jump back to Prague, we're doing such a good job with the chronologically thing. The whole giant attack robot thing is great. But part of what makes it great is that it's kind of out of the ordinary for Sly and Bentley's usual dynamic of like, Bentley says something expository and Sly makes a gently sarcastic remark. Murray is just like a completely different wavelength to the two of them.
Yeah.
It really elevates it.
He has different dynamics for sure.
Yeah.
I was playing it so low-key and I thought I'd sneak that in. You didn't fucking let me.
Is this about Murray and Bentley? No.
Safehouse chats means pillow talk, okay? Please leave that out.
I will.
What they'd be doing in the safe house. I didn't even have to clarify.
They'll all know. They'll all know what you're... From context. They'll all guess.
What a low-tech guy like Bison would be doing with Clockwork part sure beats me. Listen.
I'm listening.
I'm tired and horny. Okay? Please. Please do not come for me. So, I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Tip. I'm so sorry. I'm just thinking about how Arpeggio's hair and hat are the exact same as Lord Farquaad's.
No. Oh no.
Put Clockwork back together at 2. Shrek convention at 3.
Oh. Everyone's favorite Shrek character. The most popular Shrek character that everyone loves to talk about. Lord Farquaad.
Somebody once told me the world.
The next time I look at him, I'm gonna think that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm being so for real with you right now. I feel like the next joke character-centered episode should be Arpeggio because we actually have material for that.
And he is a joke of a character. I'm sorry, Mr. Arpeggio. You die pretty badly. You accomplish basically nothing. It's rough. It's rough, buddy. Sorry, but Them's the breaks.
Oh my god, I feel my lungs giving up on me. He gets a cutscene and everything, and then it's just like...
Yeah, we hear his whole backstory.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They play the cutscene and they're like, oh my god, like his ultimate motive is like the fact that like he's a little guy, like that's what he plans to do. And then Sly is like, you're doing all of this because you're short? And he's like,
actually, no.
Immortality is what I seek. And you're like, oh, well, Bentley kind of maybe botched that a bit, the flashback.
I do appreciate it because there is like a whole trope. The bad guy does something bad because he's angry about being in a wheelchair. As recently as Detective Pikachu, that was playing out in the big screen. People in wheelchairs who don't plan to destroy the city of Paris find that a bit tiresome. So it's very interesting that they set it up that like, oh, he's gonna do this fucked up thing because he's disabled. And he's like, actually, the disability doesn't really have anything to do with it. That's
just an asshole.
That's just kind of a coincidence. I mean, it's a fringe benefit that I will also finally be able to fly. But I kind of prefer the living forever.
Sly's like, you're doing all of this because you're short. And he's like, excuse me?
Bentley's information is flat out wrong. Arpeggio can fly if he feels like it. Bentley was just completely off.
Well, he couldn't fly fast enough.
No, apparently he could not.
In that cutscene, I'm kind of obsessed that, like, he went to high school with a bird that looks like one of the Contessa's, like, vulture guards.
Yeah, apparently so.
Also, I'm kind of, like, obsessed. We're all over the place, but, like, I'm also obsessed with the fact that, like, Shadow Guard is just, like, a kinky guard.
He's wearing a pickle haube, which I don't think is...
The elite Shadow Guard. Meanwhile, he just, like, went to Pride in Berlin.
Oh no.
With General Clawfoot.
Yeah, I don't think that's a particularly Czech thing either. I think that's like Prussian.
No. Yeah.
So
the Bismarck hat.
Yeah. God.
General Clawfoot, without getting too crass, would absolutely get along with the Black Baron. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. I have a question.
Okay.
Since
we're getting the ball rolling.
Since we're just whatever.
Saying shit.
Why do you hate trains?
I do.
Explain to our primarily autistic audience why you hate trains. Because you have consistently scored He Who Tames the Iron Horse as one of the weakest parts of the entire game.
I don't think so.
Even though it's full of trains.
I don't think I ever did that.
Because you made me rank the episodes from like best to worst or worst to best.
Okay.
It started off basically like in order. You gave it Anatomy of Disaster was worse. Then Menace of the North. Then Iron Horse.
Yes. Well, what the fuck belongs there?
I don't know. They're all beautiful, but you hate trains.
Listen.
Okay. Plead your case.
I don't have a beef with trains.
Okay. But
I feel like that episode... I'm gonna be so honest with you. After Prague 2, I'm kind of like... okay. Like, sure, I'll play the rest of the game, but, like, the fun is over.
Prague 2 is undeniably a high point.
But so is the jungle for me.
Right.
To be honest with you.
All I'm saying is that while Prague 2 is an excellent narrative beat, possibly the high point of the game in terms of what it's able to accomplish using its cast, Canada 1, the subsequent level, has 3 trains. And you can ride on the trains at will and also as part of the heist. Trains.
Stop That Train, out in theaters this June.
I've never heard of this movie.
That is, I'm not even kidding. It's RuPaul's movie.
Oh. I've heard of RuPaul.
Yes. The same guy who put all the clockwork parts on the table in India and yelled, "Go!"
I forgot about that.
And the Claw Gang members scurried over to the table.
I forgot we established that that's canonically what happened. Yes.
I'm a huge fan of trains.
God in heaven.
When we're talking about trains that come on dresses.
Oh. No, I'm talking about locomotives.
Well, what the fuck do you want me to say? I hate them. Will you be happy?
No, I'd be heartbroken.
She's got me cornered in his basement, as we've established. That's where we record.
And
He's
I'm
holding me at
holding
gunpoint.
a big rusty knife. Yes. I don't see what that has to do with how much you hate trains.
I
Shamelessly.
think that Canada 1 is absolutely necessary in the overall existence of things within the Slide 2 universe or like the game. But like Menace from the North and Anatomy, for me, are just them half-assing it.
So you think trains are like a necessary evil? Like they're like eating your vegetables or taking your medicine. You have no love or passion or appreciation for trains. You just think like, oh, I guess they have to exist. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes, I hate trains.
Boo!
Snap is holding up like cardboard cutouts with dialogue on them, like a teleprompter. Yes, I hate trains.
I would never.
And down home cooking is a horrible mission. I'm not gonna say that.
That does actually kind of feel good to hear you say. We both know I can't compel you to say anything.
Yes.
If there's one thing that we have established across the last 2 years of podcasting, you just say whatever.
Yes, you can take a whore to water, but you cannot make her drink.
Sure. I will push back against the notion that they were half-assing the last 2 levels.
Oh, those were fighting words.
I don't, like, that's really putting intentionality into it. That's, like, assuming that they could have done better and they just chose not to.
I didn't say chose. We know that they were under time restrictions.
Yeah, exactly. I'm always sympathetic to that.
Yeah.
And certainly, as I've probably established multiple times, it worked for me. Like, it playing it as a kid, I was with it 100%. It's only when you replay this game 18 times as an adult that you begin to see where they stitch things together.
Absolutely. I'm not the big bad train hating wolf that's gonna come up in here and be like, this game sucks. You know?
So you say that you think that wolves are bad.
Wolves?
You're characterizing wolves as inherently evil.
When the fuck did I say that?
You said the big bad wolf coming up in here ruining everything.
Right. So
Just moving on from that. Understandably.
I'm so sorry. You can have a hub that is like symmetrical, like with a straight line, and have the missions called Sly Mary, Mary Bentley, Bentley Mary, and then just use the power jump, and then that's it. I'm sorry, like, for me, that's like...
Yeah.
And the missions themselves are like very tedious and very not organic.
Right. Like video gamey. Like it feels like a video game.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Yes, this is where the video game logic comes in.
I never thought about Anatomy for Disaster being symmetrical and how that might imply that it was made under time pressure. Because, like, yeah, that would probably make things simpler from a design perspective, a modeling perspective. Whereas every other hub world in the series, it's almost like a house.
Yeah.
It's like an interconnected series of rooms and areas and places and spots and landmarks. But Arpeggio's, whatever it is, airship, I guess, it is very... It's symmetrical on one plane.
Yes.
Because you have the safe house on one side and the engines on the other.
It's mirrored, yes.
But within that, it's like side to side.
My beef with Anatomy is nothing new. I have many complaints with Anatomy.
Correct.
Like, even the smaller things. Like, you have Clockwork right there. He's rebuilt, and we're wasting time photographing robot eggs. Why?
It took me a really long time to put together that those were the things that hatch in the level later on.
Yes. Like, they didn't necessarily stick the landing very smoothly when it came to the implications of like their own climax.
Sure.
Like they didn't ride the wave successfully. Like you have Clockwork right there in front of Sly. This is like a symbol of death, the way he describes him in Thievius Raccoonus, and
yeah.
you're just kind of like dotting and bobbing around, like pickpocketing and like taking pictures of random shit. Like, give me more.
Okay, I can see that.
And I know we've discussed this before, but like the Mega Jump mission feels like it's a General Clawfoot situation where like, although it's very fun, well, General Clawfoot mission is not very fun, but it feels very straightforward.
Yeah.
Like you just need to jump around. By the fourth tower, let's mix it up. Give me something else. Maybe put some guards on there. I don't know.
Yeah, we discussed last time. We all love the Mega Jump pack, but it's hard to explain why when you analyze the mission. I guess it's just the sheer novelty of, it's like do big jump.
I know I said I collected the treasures at the beginning of each level. That's still true, except for anatomy. Anatomy, I was like, let me do bottles, then exposition dump, then treasures. And I left the last treasure until the Mega Jump segment. And the piece of shit wouldn't let me collect it because you have that thing on your back.
You have something else on your back. Oh no.
It wouldn't let me and I got so angry.
That's hubris for thinking that the Mega Jump pack would lead you to riches, to base material gain. The Mega Jump pack is more of a spiritual, holistic experience than...
Yes. Humble.
Yeah, I hope it did humble you.
Do we have something else that's humble and possibly impregnated?
No.
An Indian.
It's a bug.
Okay, Contessa's a bug too.
What are you implying about the Contessa?
Listen, that's Mother right there.
Yes. We have established
you're not gonna...
She is indeed Mother.
The fact that the Contessa is literally Mother right now. Something else. Oof, you're not gonna like this.
Okay.
If you had an issue with me saying half-assing, I know you're not gonna like this, but like, we love the story of Sly too.
We do. What a nice thing to say.
Yeah, we do. And the writing is fantastic. Yeah. The writing's great, the story's nice. And I know this is difficult for us because we've played it to death, so we're kind of like desensitized to the twists. Like,
yeah, it's hard to like objectively.
Yeah, place yourself to the point where like you'd actually feel shock. Like imagine feeling shock about the Neela twist or na-na-na.
Yeah.
But like I feel like apart from that twist in the jungle, the rest are not handled the best because Sucker Punch kind of like has this tendency to reveal stuff in the background.
Okay.
Like if you sit around and listen to Arpeggio's call with Bison, you know everything prior to the exposition dump at the end.
Not everything.
But like Dimitri's part, for example.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a good part of the twist.
Yeah, I get that.
Or even more importantly, which kind of made me want to write this down, Neela's intentions.
Oh, yeah?
Like, if we're still under the pretext that she's an Interpol agent, why would she say the eye is mine or the eye belongs to me? And then when she's getting the lungs and the stomach or whatever the hell, when she's going down with the jet, she's like, the parts are all mine. They're going to be mine. No. Like, why would someone working for Interpol say that?
I mean, I think at that point, you know something's fucky with Neela.
Do we? That's why it's so hard to assess.
Yeah, I would say we do. She didn't betray Carmelita because she earnestly thought Carmelita was breaking the law. She betrayed Carmelita because she's a bad kitty that does evil shit.
If you were playing this for the first time, would you think that Neela was just doing her duty as an Interpol agent?
God, no.
Okay.
God, no.
Well, that kind of answers my question.
Because we know Carmelita is the one honest cop to exist in this entire universe, and maybe any universe.
Yeah, that's true.
And she is betrayed by Neela.
Yeah.
So that's like, okay, Neela's doing some kind of weird shit over there.
That's true. Like, you know, something is brewing. I'm just like, with Neela, there's a sequence of twists. She's your friend, then she's not. Then she also betrays Carmelita, Contessa, betraying the Claw Gang. Stupid arpeggio.
Arpeggio.
Absolutely. He is stupid.
He is. He's a joke of a character.
But
I like being mean to fictional characters who can't fight back.
okay. Then why is Bentley and Sly so plucked at the exposition dump? Why are they like gooped, gagged, and plucked? Flummoxed, gobsmacked. Neela, the incarnation of evil, was actually like collecting clockwork parts. That's insane.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
I don't know. Don't know what to tell you.
Guess who's holding the rusty knife now?
It's still me, don't worry.
Help, help.
I've made it extra rough.
To our listeners, if you see me blinking twice, please call for help.
And if you see Aris blinking any number of times, it's fine. Aris loves blinking. It's one of his favorite hobbies to do.
Yes, thank God we have a visual medium so they can see.
Yeah, you can blink as much as you want, boy.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to say?
I think we have actually, again, not in a particularly chronological manner. We've talked about both Pragues. We've talked about the ending. We talked about Canada. I feel like we could have gone more in depth on Menace from the North.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't done it chronologically.
Yeah.
I do have some notes on Canada, actually. I genuinely feel like this was something you pointed out, I believe, during our first episode on Slide 2.
Okay.
How there was someone who was like very environmentalist conscious on the team who was like, now let's do an environment level.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was necessarily the way to go because you really hit it out of the park with the first few villains. The first three villains are kind of like define the trajectory of their episodes because they're kind of like character studies. Whereas like with Bison, you could tell that there was like an underlying agenda there.
I getcha. Yeah, he's more of a caricature.
Yeah, and like why the sudden interest on the Cooper gang's part about saving the environment? Not that they're like environmentally not conscious, environment haters.
Yeah.
But like
I kind of love the concept of even a career criminal is like, well, obviously I want the air to be good. Like, I like the idea of showing children a actual thief who steals for a living professionally. And that guy is like, yeah, man, what we're doing to the whales is terrible. Like, I think that adds to it in a way that if like Sonic the Hedgehog told you to recycle, you'd be like, yeah, of course you'd say that, Sonic.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think it there's something kind of twistedly beautiful about making your criminal character also be like, and remember to recycle.
Yeah.
It's not quite Poison Ivy.
No.
Like, they don't define themselves by, we really gotta go out and start killing guys who are
it's not like that.
who are bad for the environment.
It is a bit of like we've just escaped like 15-year death experiences. Let's go like save the environment.
Yeah, it really makes you appreciate what's important in this life. And what's important in this life? Trees.
Yeah, the world just doesn't need to make space for another strip club.
That's a different vibe. That's a different thing. Sly, that's different.
That's what he says. Snap had like a delayed reaction.
You know, there's Bluey, right? Which is a...
No, I don't.
Bluey is a show for...
Yeah, I know what it is.
Young children and their parents to learn important lessons about being nice to each other. And then conservatives were angry that a popular show was teaching children to be nice to each other because that's not what we're about here in the United States of America.
Yeah.
So they made a ripoff that's Bluey but with conservative values. And now I'm picturing a version, like a ripoff of Sly Cooper, where he goes around and he's like, this piece of shit, he operates strip clubs, he operates gambling, And he operates public libraries where people can check out whatever filthy books they ask for. And we're going to stop this criminal and keep this city clean. That's where my mind went when you said the world doesn't need to make space for another strip club.
I think you're just basically describing Thieves in Time.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been asking that from you a lot this episode.
It's been a recurring plea.
Menace from the North, for me. Let's just say I would have been so much happier if we had gotten the Monaco level and Canada was just one episode.
Okay, I get you.
Like, I feel like they were stretching the plot thin.
I disagree in terms of at least how it currently shakes out. You have the softer Canada level where everything goes off without a hitch.
Yes.
They go from the dreariness of Prague to a really successful heist.
Yes.
And they're like, everything's going to be great forever. And then that sets up the hard turn at the end of Canada. I think that would have been harder to fit into one episode.
But, like, basing an entire episode on Canada games for me was a very...
I won't disagree with that. Yeah.
Was a choice.
It's
like, let's melt the ice to get the rule book, even if we're gonna cheat.
Yeah, the rulebook just lets us...
with that bullshit.
The rulebook lets us know that we're not going to be able to do this normal style. So, whoops.
And I'm not saying that, like, every story should be the same, but, like, the reason that I'm more inclined to... Not inclined, but, like, I love the low point of Prague is because that was kind of like... It was their mistake to trust Nila, but, like, also the twist and, like, Nila's deception was kind of like out of their hands because you trusted the wrong person, but like you really trusted the really wrong person. Like,
yeah, and she was actively gaining your trust on purpose.
Yes, it was like the perfect storm. But with Canada games, that's on you because that's your own stupidity.
That was a really weird plan.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they're the same, but like it's kind of like playing knowing that there's that impending doom. Just like with Thieves in Time, you know they're gonna snatch the canes at the end of each episode, which is not necessarily the same, but like it's that like hit in your stomach, which is like at the end of this episode, John Bison is gonna like throw the talons at you and you're gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
By the way, why didn't the talons?
Why didn't they super
get into
die?
Their skulls and
super
why didn't
die?
They rip them to shreds?
Absolute instant death. Do not pass go.
Blood bath.
Do I have to say Bay? You...
No.
Okay. You paused for a really long time.
Well, because it would be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Okay. I was just going to say... I'm on record as having never replayed Thieves in Time.
Yes.
I replayed certain missions, but I never sat through it from beginning to end again. Specifically because of what they do to Carmelita near the end. I'm only now realizing how dreary of an experience that must be. Because, like, yeah, I get that with Sly 2. I'm like, oh no, this is the bit where Jean Besson gets them, or oh no, this is the part where Neil is going to betray them. But those are part of a good story. I'm not going to mince words here. However much we nitpick, Sly 2 is a good story. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time is a story where 5 consecutive times, no matter what the protagonists do, an unnamed rat walks up behind them, takes the thing they need, and then walks off screen. 5 times. Anyway.
Listen, Thieves in Time lashings all day, every day.
Yeah, it's not hard to get me going.
No, it absolutely is not.
Demonstrably.
Stop that train.
No.
Well, that's kind of like what Bentley did in Prague 1.
He did. That train's not going anywhere anymore. That is true.
I don't even know if you can call that thing a train, by the way.
It's like a tram. It's like a light rail.
Is it?
Yeah, it's...
Doesn't have any carts.
Yeah, a tram doesn't need to have a... A tram can be a variety of shapes.
It's kind of like a gothic car.
It's a bullet is what it is. It's a very large bullet.
Okay, I'll take that.
Did you have more to say on this topic that you've raised?
Which?
I don't even... Because I started to complain about Thieves in Time, and you thought I was talking about something else.
Okay, I'm not a fan of basing a whole level on the Canada games.
Right.
I think the missions are weird. I hate going up and down the lighthouse. I hate the Moosehead.
Moosehead's bad. No two ways around it. No way of unpacking that. Moosehead's bad. It's bad Moosehead.
What the fuck?
Nothing doing. It's bad Moosehead. Can't help you.
It does have some good missions in the mix, like the boat hacking admittedly is good, which pains me to say.
As a certified Bentley hater.
Yes.
The boat hacking is just a day out with the guys, you know? Just hanging out with the buds.
No, for me that's the mission where like you can throw Bentley into ice cold water and also
Oh no.
and also have Mari brawl with old Grizzleface.
Sure, if you want.
Yeah. I posted footage on my Tumblr years ago where I had them fight and Mari reigns supreme because he killed old Grizzleface. That is scientifically possible. Please, production, roll the tape. If we're sitting here like pointing fingers and saying, I'm ableist, I'm that, I'm misogynist, nah. What should Mari say?
I hate bears.
Blind bears.
I hate blind bears.
Wow. Ageist and ableist. And a murderer, too.
And yeah, that's kind of the end. We're burying the lead here, huh? He murdered the bear. He killed it. That's the concerning behavior.
All the while going around the hub and throwing fish everywhere.
Yeah, that's stinky.
By the way, in a fucking level about being environmentally conscious, you'd think they wouldn't throw bombs in the water to kill fish?
Look, they're here for the trees, not for the fish, okay? One thing at a time.
Wow.
There is something consistent about that in that, as we'll get to shortly, there's a whole level in Slight 3 that's like, oh, what these guys are doing to the Aboriginal culture is just horrific. Isn't that right? Tiny purple man who doesn't speak any legible language? You said it.
Now you're really jumping ahead.
Yes, we'll get there before you know it. But I'm just saying, the Cooper gang, their hearts are in the right place. They try to protect the environment by doing a little bit of ecological destruction. They try to be culturally sensitive by inviting a confusing stereotype. I don't even know if it's a stereotype. But it's not. I don't think he was voiced by an Aboriginal man. I'll put it that way.
No.
So there's a certain consistency to it. They're out there doing their best, whatever that looks like.
So, you need to break a few eggs to make an omelette.
Basically.
Large dinosaur eggs.
No.
Okay.
Not in my house.
1, 2. I've got an omelette for you.
Now you're jumping ahead.
Absolutely.
To the thing that we're not doing.
Okay, I was about to say, which would like suggest that we would be getting to that point eventually.
No, please, no. It almost broke me the last time. I don't think I can do that again.
I have 2 pressing questions about Menace from the North.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm present. I'm seated.
First of all, how would you feel if your father that was killed when you were still a child, the only thing you have of him to remember being the cane that he very unceremoniously passed down to you, was stolen by your supposed best friend and made to break apart for you to climb on ice?
By breaking it in half?
Yes.
Bentley specifically says, I took the liberty of modifying your cane.
Which makes it even worse.
I took the liberty.
How about you take something else?
Responsibility.
Yes.
For starters. I have defended Bentley from your white hot wrath.
Why?
Many times on this podcast. But I gotta admit, don't know if I can in this instance. That's pretty fucked up to do. You should at minimum ask. I think Sly wasn't upset by the changes made, but you should at minimum ask. Bentley?
Disgusting.
You freak?
Yeah.
You joke of a character?
Like, he wasn't even like, I made 2 new mini canes for you to use. No.
That you can swap to. Yeah, no. He just permanently altered Sly's
Heirloom.
very psychologically fragile family heirloom.
Disgusting behavior as to be expected. My second question is, this is something new that I've thought about.
Okay.
Bentley pulls a Super Mario and slides down the pipe.
That's right.
And he's confronted by Bison, who's like, nah, turtle soup. I sold all the clockwork parts.
That's true.
And Bentley's flabbergasted.
His guests are flabbered. That's true.
Yes.
See so far.
Something Black Spot Pete would say. How exactly did Bison sell the clockwork parts if the only way to enter the blimp was through the battery?
I think the only way for the Cooper gang to enter the blimp was from the battery. Maybe there was like a secondary hiccup point that was too heavily guarded for them to get into. And draining the battery, which my question has always been, if they drained the battery, how did the scheme work? I guess it was a spare battery. That was Bentley, a famously sick fuck's
Yes.
only method of getting onto the blimp. But there were like other points of contact that would have been way too heavily guarded for them to sneak on board.
I have something very important to say,
Okay, hit me.
which I kind of soft launched on my Tumblr this week.
Okay.
I have 2 new crushes,
Oh, yeah, okay. I know where this is going.
which kind of, in a very nice, organized, and arranged, symmetrical way, match my all-time crushes, Battery of Peril and Palace Doorman.
Okay.
They kind of like act like the odd couple to that odd couple.
Wait, so Battery of Peril and Palace Dordman are seeing each other as well?
Our very loyal viewer who does amazing fan art of the shit we say on this podcast
And we do be saying shit.
on Tumblr, yes, Freelance Magic, reblogged my recent Tumblr post and said, the Aris harem. Oh, I'm glad you didn't see that prior now.
Yeah, this is my live snap reaction. I feel like the slug. I feel like the slug from Star Wars that was homophobic.
Live snap reaction,
like-
he's clapping his hands in excitement.
Yeah, the knife is going really fast now.
So, of course, we have the top 2, Battery of Peril and Palace Doorman. In this recent playthrough, I have also discovered Acid Battery from the Crypts.
Don't fuck the acid battery from the crypt. I
But it's so chubby and
It's-
cute.
an acid battery from a crypt. That's
We've
so,
established.
by definition,
We've established I like sour
something
things.
that you should not ever. It's dusty. I like it too. I think it is cute, but not in that way.
We've established I like sour things. What's more sour than acid?
I would describe acid as more painful.
Acidic.
Well, yeah.
Who would have guessed? She's a bit like my trad wife. Like she...
What is happening?
These are the sounds of him gagging.
What's going on right now?
Acid Battery from the Crypt is a bit like my trad wife. Has like traditional values.
It's a battery.
She was in the crypt.
It's a battery.
She was left behind. I just want you to imagine like how alluring that huge Northern Light battery must be right now.
Why the batteries?
Anyway, I went ahead and announced this new crush on Tumblr, but what I
You
failed...
did. I saw it go by. I think I politely ignored that post.
Yes. No, you liked it. You liked it and
Okay.
actually commented like, yippee, I'm so happy for you, but you must have forgotten.
Yeah, I'm always typing out yippee on other people's posts.
It's the time trial sound effect.
Yeah, it sure is.
Yahoo! That was a bit more Mario.
Yeah.
After he hits the crack pipe. The other big crush which would act as a parallel to the Palace doorman is Jean Bisson's employee who announces at the end of the boss fight that the battery is coming. The blimp is coming.
Has presence. He's memorable.
Listen, he sounds hung.
He doesn't. He absolutely... Look...
He does.
Do you need me to serve like as a counterbalance here? Because I feel like there's a real pattern to all this where you're like, oh, the palace doorman. And I'm like, those are eyeballs. And now you're like, oh, the guy who's like, attention, John Bisson. That's what he sounds like.
That's not okay.
He does.
No, that's not. He does not sound like that. He sounds a bit like if Shaggy from Scooby-Doo was like a pizza delivery guy.
And is that your ideal man?
Listen, I just said he sounds hung. Listen, people have been going off on Twitter because the narrator on Yoshi, the new Yoshi game, sounds breathable. I'm just like trying.
I want you to be absolutely clear on this with me.
I'm just having my own moment of such gravitas.
I'm not objecting to you being attracted to the unseen Sly Cooper tertiary character who explains to John Bisson that Arpeggio's blimp will be arriving in 5 minutes. My disagreement here
is that he sounds hung.
Is the notion is that he sounds hung. First off, I don't know if a person can sound hung. Secondly, I don't think, even if that were true, I don't think that would be true in this instance. He sounds like the Simpsons background character who is literally called Squeaky Voiced Teen, who's like, okay, here's your burger, sir.
I don't like where this is going. I'm not going to continue this madness. I just want my fellow peoples who are tired and horny to sign off in the comments below. Does the John Bisson employee sound hung?
And
please leave a comment.
If you're not... If you want to do me a favor, sound off in the comments and say that that's not a thing. That person cannot sound hung.
I am not even being funny right now. Like, I'm putting the madness behind. I'm being completely, like, serious with you. That is absolute bullshit. Someone can absolutely sound hung.
Is it, like, a confidence thing? Or do you mean, like, literally in the voice?
You can just tell. You can just tell.
Okay. It's not something I've ever looked out for.
Okay.
When talking to other human beings.
See, we're covering new ground here that we didn't in our first coverage of Slide 2.
Yeah, we finally justified it. We finally justified why we're coming back and redoing this episode. It was for this specifically. My face hurts.
That should have been Neela's final words before she entered Clockwork and merged. She was like, stupid arpeggio. You can absolutely tell if someone sounds hung.
What? No, that doesn't sound like a thing at all. Now get out of there.
And then she smashes him.
Yeah. Do we think Arpeggio is straight?
No.
That was very firm.
He's not.
Do you think...
He's hung?
And that's the end of the whole podcast. That's the end of the whole series.